All right, and welcome back to yet another session of Beyond Business. Today it's a special one because it's a special season for us in ecom at the moment. Obviously, you guys know it's Q4, it's hunting season for us, meaning it's the time of year where we tend to make the most amount of money. It's also the most amount of work. So today we want to bring you someone who's getting you prepared for one of the most important days of Q4. I'm totally going to ruin the name. I already apologize in advance. It's Susanna. Obviously, that's not how you really say it, but I tried at least. Yeah, for Hauthal Marketing, Susanna, if you could just introduce yourself real quick, that'd be phenomenal.
All right, so I'm Susanna. I actually am from Italy, but I am based in Thailand. I am here today to obviously help you out with your email marketing, in particular Black Friday strategy. As for me, I actually work for an agency called Hauthal Marketing. I've been working with them for about a year or so. I'm a senior account manager there, so I am in charge of taking care of all of your accounts. But yeah, I don't know if you would like to hear more about me personally. I love cats. I love food, pizza, if anybody cares. But I always try to be super helpful. So if there's anything that you need after the presentation, just feel free to hit me up and I'll reply as soon as possible.
Beautiful. Yeah. So obviously, Susanna is going to be tagged in the post here as well. So please feel free to reach out. We're also going to share quite a bit of information, which the guys over at Hauthal and Susanna do have slides for. So there's actual visuals for the stuff that we're going to be talking about today. So anything that, like doesn't make sense, please reach out to Susanna and ask her all the questions you have. Ask for the slides and she's going to be happy to provide it. So what we want to do today, thanks for the intro, by the way, is have a chat about Black Friday. I mean, email marketing in general, but most importantly, Black Friday, Cyber Monday. Yeah, specifically this year is going to be a little different. So before we get into it, can you just give everyone, just so that we're all on the same page about what this whole thing is, can you just give us a quick 2-minute explanation, like what is Black Friday, or Black Friday, Cyber Monday, and why is it so important for e-commerce?
Okay, so Black Friday and Cyber Monday, obviously, it's the biggest sale of the year. It's a moment that people actually look forward to. The difference between Black Friday and Cyber Monday is that actually Black Friday initially started only for retailers, and Cyber Monday is called Cyber Monday because it was only for e-com stores, but it just was such a big thing that e-com stores could not help themselves. You have to have good promotions on Black Friday. So that's why now we're always trying to extend the sales, expand the sales, try to start it early and make it last longer. There's no reason why you shouldn't do it if you're not doing it. But this year, so Black Friday is going to be on the 27th of November. We have Thanksgiving for the US the day before, so on 26th. So make sure to not forget that date either. And then Cyber Monday on the following Monday from Black Friday. So try to, obviously, those dates, mark them down, make sure that at least for those days you are doing something, you are giving some kind of promotions or offers to your audience that is exciting. And if you can, try to start a little earlier and make it last a little longer. But that's pretty much it. Basically, it's an event that you don't want to miss out on.
Yeah, beautiful. I mean, like just to add on to that, it's so important because, I mean, obviously e-commerce is so many pieces, right? Like email is one of them, and then Facebook is another one. Snapchat, Pinterest could be another one. Google could be another one. It's so difficult to stand out in the marketplace when you compete with hundreds and thousands and millions of other advertisers. So when we have these events, like Thanksgiving, for example, or like Christmas, like Black Friday, like Valentine's Day, it's so crucial to really utilize these things to double down on your offerings. Like, be creative with it. Think about how you can position yourself a little bit different than everyone else. So that is in fact something that we're going to be talking about today. Obviously Black Friday, with the whole world going and shut down essentially over the last couple of months. We expect Black Friday to be a little bit different. This year, obviously, e-com has seen a surge in terms of sales over the last couple of months. Do you think, and how do you think, is this whole situation going to affect Black Friday and Cyber Monday?
So it's gonna be messy. And to say it, we have to be honest, it's going to be messy. So expect the unexpected for sure. There's a lot of new competitors on the market. So the thing to keep in mind is that obviously every year the Q4 period gets more placed orders, more revenue. Every year
Right.
it increases, it never decreases, right? But the thing this year is that, like you said, people have been on a lockdown for almost the entire year. Now they're going on a lockdown again, most countries. So not only they don't go outside to retailers, but they also they're scared of going outside. They're scared of doing anything outside. There are all these new products that before people, very simple things. They are calling these the new essentials. So people before, would go to the hairdresser. Now they have to buy hair dye. They have to do it at home, right? People before would go to the gym. Now they buy fitness gear to keep at home. They buy vitamins, supplements. Anything that is about self-care is going to be really important this year because people are at home and they have to find something to look forward to and to basically keep themselves busy. So it's not only just the usual competitors, but this year, like we were talking about earlier, there's not going to be the whole, crowding before midnight at Walmart. Walmart is going to start sending emails too. So all of these biggest brands are going to be also competitors, which are going to make things a little harder. I think there are ways to, obviously if you have a good relationship with your audience, you shouldn't be worrying too much if you're now talking about email marketing, obviously, but just keep in mind that people have new needs now. So not only cleaning supplies and, hygiene, but it's really just about themselves and their growth as a person. So think about a way to sell your things that makes them feel like they can look forward to taking care of themselves. Or keeping themselves busy during the day at home, 24 hours a day. So yeah, just there are a couple of things to keep in mind, but in general, Black Friday is always messy. Just this year is going to be a little tougher, but it's also going to bring in more money. So it's totally worth it.
Yeah, 100%. All right, sweet. So then let's talk about a couple of things that we can do as advertisers, as e-com operators, that, are going to help us hopefully to make a little more money this year, to be prepared. Obviously, that's a huge topic. So you guys were kind enough, and again, please get in touch with Susanna to just ask her for these slides because they have them ready for you guys. Let's talk about a couple of things. You guys prepared a checklist of things that every e-commerce entrepreneur should do as they go through the steps of actually preparing for Black Friday. And I'd suggest we just go through them, have a quick chat about them, and make sure everyone understands and actually gets ready. Because as you said, it's not a month away at this point.
Oh yeah.
So we gotta get ready. It's not too late yet, but we're getting there pretty quickly. So you guys get your notepads, get your pen and paper ready, and start working because this is going to be crucial for you guys to really capitalize on Q4. So your checklist, let's talk about it. First thing on the checklist would be activate early bird opt-in pop-ups. So what is that? How does it work? Like what technical solutions are there? Let us know.
Okay, so early bird list obviously is that type of list of people who want to receive, early access or better deals for Black Friday. It doesn't have to be your entire list, but you can also, if you want, you can also trick them into thinking that there is an early bird list, especially at this time of the year when it's kind of late, and then actually send your emails off to everybody. It's okay. But basically the real purpose of an early bird pop-up or opt-in is to give them the hype. You want them to be excited. It doesn't matter, who signs up, why they sign up. You just want, once they sign up, you just want to let them know, okay, now you're going to get the good deals. Now you're the sense of exclusivity. Okay, so you're going to get better stuff. You're going to get early access. You might get extended sale. You're going to be the first one to know. So it's really just about the hype. So like I say, even if you can't prepare, your early bird pop-up right now, because maybe it's not right on time, maybe just like modify your regular pop-up for newsletter and just write down, hey, if you sign up today, you're going to get better deals, or, send an email to your regular list and let them know that if they click on a certain button, they will be added to a special list for better promos and better offers. So it's really, there is no reason why you shouldn't do this. just because the more they're hyped, the more they're going to look forward to your email. So not only you'll get more placed orders, but also better open rates, which is going to help you out later on.
So you wouldn't have, just real quick, so you wouldn't have two different native pop-ups, as in like the normal one and then a Black Friday one, but like at least in the last, I don't know, like 2, 3, 4 weeks before Black Friday, you just replace it. You go with a Black Friday specific deal type opt-in to get people ready and engaged for Black Friday. Is that what you would do?
So right now, this is probably the most efficient option. Mm-hmm. If you do have the time, I think the best way would be to simply have a landing page with its own pop-up that you can advert on Facebook or whatever ads you're using, so that people click and they arrive there right away. So, and you can gather, because I think I think it would just make more sense to really just advertise the early birds list in your ads right now if you can. And then you're going to get a whole bunch of new people into your list that are just looking forward to spending money. So
100%. Yeah, that's one thing we got to keep in mind as well. Like literally the whole planet, it doesn't matter what country, everyone is now looking for a deal, meaning a lot of people are holding back cash they would normally put into, you know, consumption and buying new shit, and they're waiting another couple of days or even weeks to make that deal because they know every single store on the planet is going to participate, like literally every single one. So there's good deals to be made. All right, sweet. That makes perfect sense. Just on the segmentation. So you said even if you can't have, you know, like which, you know, like some people watching this are just getting started in their journey. If they don't have the resources to whip up a new landing page or even run additional ads for that purpose, how does this segmentation work? Like, is it just, you know, like through Klaviyo, we set up a new broadcast and just send it to a different list segment? Like how would you go about, going about the segmentation?
So it's very simple. Klaviyo or other email marketing providers usually do have an option to basically apply different type of property tags on your profile. So if you do want to get these people to sign up throughout your own emails, there's special codes that you know MailChimp or Klaviyo can provide to you, and once they click on it, they receive a property on each profile, and then they will be basically labeled as the person who clicked and wanted to be added. So it doesn't take a lot of, you know, crazy technical abilities. And again, if you just want to modify your regular pop-up, just remember that maybe since you've set it live, modified it and set it live, then those people who signed up are most likely interested to get into the early bird list. So it should be very easy to just in your segment select the different metrics to find out who wanted to do so.
Perfect. All right, sweet. Makes perfect sense. Next up on the list is a point I like very much because it's crucial in all of our businesses. Optimize flows in the context of Black Friday. I mean, obviously, if you could just with 2 sentences explain what flows are, and then in the context of Black Friday, Cyber Monday, how can we optimize them for these specific days?
So flows are basically automations. The difference between flows or campaigns is that once you set your flows live and you prepare them, you have a trigger for them, and all these people will just enter endlessly. They will just keep triggering and entering. Well, for campaigns, you have more creativity as to who you want to send to, usually. But the cool thing about using flows for Black Friday is that actually you can prepare promotional flows. So you can literally just get all your early birds, for example, receive emails automatically and not have to care about it. You know, you have it set, you don't have to go and check. It will just run on its own. So you can do that for any type of promotion, obviously, but Black Friday, usually we encourage people to send more than 1 or 2 emails per day. The reason why is because these people are getting their inboxes full of Black Friday emails, especially in Black Friday day. So you really don't want to be too scared of sending them a whole bunch of emails or, you know, being marked as spam. Yes, you'll get, you know, slightly higher spam rate, slightly higher unsubscribes, but you really don't want to be buried down by all the other emails that are receiving. So something that you can do is you can optimize your flows, but also your campaigns. But with your flows, it's going to be easier because once it's done, it's done. And you can think about, you know, having a specific split that says that if they didn't open the first email, then you can resend it.
Right.
So it resends it automatically, and then it's all done. Ideally, if you are doing a resend, which is very encouraged by me, I love resends. I think they bring you twice the money, 3 times the money than the original campaign sometimes. So a couple of tips to do so is to obviously change your subject lines. Do not send the same email with the same subject line twice. Otherwise, they will stack on Gmail. You guys, I don't know if you've ever noticed, then people won't see it or they might clip. The other thing is, if they didn't open it the first time, it could be that it landed either in spam or in promotion tab. So get rid of all of your pictures, make it all plain text, send it out, and
That's
it will
great
most
advice.
likely land in primary. So you get higher chance of them opening now rather than before. So that's
Phenomenal.
pretty much it.
That's
yeah,
amazing. Right.
Yeah.
Sorry, you go.
Try to send as much as you can. Obviously, don't get carried away. If you see your open rates are going down, don't send another email. Just don't send another email to those who didn't open. But it's just kind of like going with the flow and seeing what happens. And it depends on how your list behaves as well.
100%. Yeah, one thing you touched on slightly there already, which I want to dig a little deeper into, is also your next point on your checklist is begin your promotions early. Which one thing, like on the ad side of things, I could talk about that for years, specifically on Black Friday and Cyber Monday. But yeah, if you could just touch base on that one more time, like how is it important? How early would you start? Like what's too early? I mean, I wouldn't want to see Black Friday emails in March, right? Like that'd be a little odd. So what do you think would be the best time to start getting people ready to actually purchase for Black Friday?
Okay, so usually we start a little later, but this year, because of the situation we're in, you can start even earlier than usual. So ideally, even from the beginning of November, you could have started at least, planting the seed, talking about it, making them excited again. If you don't want to do early bird list, you can still, start your promotion early. Your list subscribes just because they want to have better deals than what you find on the website. Right? So go ahead and you can start off even right now. I mean, today is probably not the same day this will be sent out, but I think you can still start mid-November. You can already start. Yeah. The week of Black Friday is, you can just start from the Monday and already send out your emails about opening the sale. One thing to keep in mind is if you're making your sale last quite a long time, so between mid-November and mid-December, you have to provide variety. You can't have the same discount going on for 30 days straight. Those who have bought, they're not gonna come back, right? Yeah. And it's hard to hit more. I mean, I don't know how many new profiles you'll get coming into your list, but try to give them different discounts and different variety of email. Try to nurture them as well. Don't just hit them with only promotion. Try to give them, tips on how to use the product, your brand mission, and then remind them of the sale. But ideally, I think if you start the same week of Black Friday, starting from Monday, go through Thanksgiving, and then, continue with Cyber Monday. Don't forget to extend your sale later. I assume a lot of you will have shipping deadlines, so use that at your advantage. Let them know, fear of missing out. Just this is the last chance to basically buy your Christmas presents or your own presents or whatever you want to buy. But this is the last chance because they were going to get busy for Christmas and COVID-19. Everything is just going so slow. You really have to give them that kind of like little bit of anxiety that they have to place the order as soon as possible. Yeah.
That's great advice. Like not only getting people on good deals for Black Friday, but also priming Christmas as in, hey, like you'll have to buy this anyway, so you might as well just get busy now and shop. Yeah, that's great. One quick question about, or like just to clarify, when you say, in this example, start on Monday, start really hitting the list on Monday when Friday is Black Friday. Would you suggest actually sending promotions, like actual Black Friday promotions starting on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday? Or would you say priming them and getting them ready to then pull the trigger on Friday? What have you see work best?
So I would just go straight with the promotion. I think the hype and excitement should happen a lot earlier. So the hype and excitement is all from, beginning of November until maybe the 20th November.
Right.
After that, you really, if you want, you can start hitting your early birds or your entire list with all the promotions you want. The thing to obviously make sure of is that you're, like I said before, do not send promotions every day, at least for the first few days. People will get bored. People will know what to expect. And ideally try to, make your promotions different from what you've done in the past few weeks. You want something really that's gonna catch the eye. So yeah, ideally from the 20th, you can start, hey, Black Friday sale has opened, go check out our website. And then, for Thanksgiving, you can send a nice appreciation email to your audience and continue to remind them. And then maybe on the 28th, 29th, you can be a little bit, 27, 28, 29, you can be a little bit more aggressive with it and send multiple emails per day. Yeah.
Sweet. Yeah, makes perfect sense. All right, sweet. Well, then let's move on to a topic that honestly, for me, Boss Sean brought it up first, something that I never even considered, is list hygiene, cleaning your list, like deliverability is high. Well, first of all, like why do we clean lists? And then how do we go about it?
Okay, so here's what's going on. Black Friday is the time in which you can do anything you want, pretty much. So if you want to take advantage of some of the people that are not as engaged as the regular list or segments that you send to, you can, because the Black Friday idea could really, make them excited and make them re-engage. With that said, so my biggest suggestion would be if your list is not super unengaged, try to send at least one time to your entire list. Try to make it, like I said before, maybe plain text for those people because we want it to land in primary. But in general, I'd say, if you can, send to your entire list at least once for this week of Black Friday. With that said, if you know that you have a lot of people in your list that are super unengaged, that, they haven't engaged with your content in the past year, try to avoid those people. They're not going to bring any good for now. You can re-engage them later, more gradually, but, at least try to get those people who maybe placed an order like a few months ago and then didn't quite engage that much. You can still hit them. So the reason why I'm saying to try and be careful with those who are super unengaged is because there could be a lot of spam traps in your list. So a spam trap is basically an email address that is pretending to be a profile or a person, but it's not. It's a bot, right? So all they do is literally open your email and mark you as spam, or open your email and just, ruin your reputation. So one thing to clean them up, basically, there are obviously third-party apps that can do that for you, but it can be quite costly. In general, what we suggest is that you do not send to those who have not been engaging in the past, year, but also to check those who instead have been engaging on every email for the past 30 days. Because there is no way that a person is sitting at home and if you're sending daily is opening all of your emails every day and clicking on them. That's probably a bot. It's not a real person. So try to, it could be, if you see they placed an order, then obviously keep them because they're probably real people. But it's very unlikely that, a real person would open all of your emails every time you send for the past 30, 60 days, right? Surely they're bound to miss one of them or two. So ideally try to get rid of those people. And then in general, when you are sending for Black Friday, try to make your content suitable to, the data that you have about your list. So if you can segment based on what they like, the categories they've been looking into, or, the way they behave or demographics, that's even better. But obviously that takes a lot of work, and I don't expect everybody to just go and see what everybody has done or prefers to look at, or all the product preferences and placed orders. So that's totally fine.
Beautiful. Would you say so with those people, like let's say we actually put in the work and we detect those like too good to be true type of people that could be bots, and then those people that didn't engage in months or even years. How do you go about them? Do you just not send emails to them, or do you actually delete them and make sure you never even can send them an email again?
No, I wouldn't. So here's the thing. I think it's really tricky. I wouldn't risk deleting them, because in the end, you never know. You know, it's just kind of like, I don't know if I want to really get rid of them, but you can easily, with all, you know, MailChimp or Klaviyo or whatever you use for your email marketing, you can easily create a list with them and then exclude it from your campaigns or exclude it from your flows.
Right.
Very
so it's essentially just a separate list that you keep adding on to as you see people fit into their criteria, and make sure it's one click literally when you send an email, and make sure you don't hit them.
Yeah, it's just good to keep them just in case later on you want to come up with a different type of re-engagement strategy that you think might be working better.
Yep. Yeah, 100%. All right, sweet. So then obviously during Black Friday, or basically all of November, people are going to receive hundreds and thousands of emails from hundreds of different companies, obviously, you know, like pushing each other down, like whoever comes first. What is something we can do either on the website or obviously an email to increase the likelihood of someone, well, first looking at it and then actually converting? Like, is there trust badges that you guys use? Is there certain type of content that you like to use to ensure that that's the case?
Yes, I mean, so it really, I think, obviously, like we said before, a good habit would be for this week to send a little bit more than you usually send. But in general, as for content or templates or the look of your website, try to go bold. Like, it has to be clear that it's a Black Friday sale. Go crazy with your design. It has to look nice, obviously, don't go insane, but just maybe do something different. Even if it doesn't necessarily matches the brand colors, even if it's a little bit more aggressive or contrasting, it's still okay because it really catches the eye. So throughout the year, what you're trying to do is you're trying to gain trust of these people and make them recognize your brand. But this time you really want to just, you know, pop. That's your time to shine. So you have to pop among all these other competitors, all these other emails. So try to have catchy subject lines, try to have funky looking emails with good, cool designs. Try, obviously, still keep the trust, try to build the trust. So try to have, you know, all of the badges, all possible badges about, especially for COVID-19, about, you know, shipping and payment and all of these things that make them feel a little bit more secure about purchasing online. If you are doing anything for charity, put it there. You know, it has to be on the main page. Let people know that you are giving some profit to your charity or that you have a certain mission. People like to see that and to hear that. And, you know, they're a lot more online, so they can also be a lot more picky because they have more time to check who they're buying from. So just make sure that you really hit their heart and their trust, and so it has to be exciting but also trustworthy, basically.
100%. No, that makes sense. Yeah, one thing I've been discussing with Rafaela, who is part of Hauthal and is one of the amazing account managers in charge with one of our stores, is talk about discounts, specifically automatic discounts. So for one of the stores that we run, what we do is we normally, like not for Black Friday, but what we normally do is we have like these bundles that when you come on the site, even before we get into the upsells, we ask them to purchase multiples before we then ask them again to purchase even more as they're checking out. Now, what we do for this Black Friday on this specific store is that we're we're going to get rid of all of this essentially, and we're going to come up with specific bundle deals and discounts as part of Black Friday, because it's a consumable. People like to buy more of these, so we thought it's the best bet for this Black Friday. How do you see automatic discounts and stuff like that work during Black Friday? Is there specific deals that you have in mind that you see work very well? Like, give us some insights on that if you can.
So ideally, yes, you want to use automatic discounts or provide automatic links to your on your email. You don't want to go, I mean, you can still put there the discount code, but you're gonna get a lot of first-time users, first-time buyers, because it's Black Friday. They'll be attracted. They see such a good deal. They're like, okay, finally, I'm gonna place my order. So you want to make the experience of, you know, going through the checkout and their placing order experience as easy as possible. Having the automatic discount will literally just apply it at checkout. They don't have to go back to the email, copy, and then paste later. And it's just complicated, especially if you have an older audience. It just seems like so much work. You know, a lot of people get lazy just to go and get their credit card, right? So just try to make it as easy as possible. Even if you have, you know, Apple Pay, PayPal, all of these very fast ways to actually make the purchase, try to have them promoted on your website and on your emails, so they know that literally with just one click, they're done.
Yeah. So it's really about convenience, not making it complicated. I mean, it's the same with Facebook ads specifically, right? Like it's impulse purchases. People don't know that they are going to buy your product in 2 minutes, right? But then we show them something and are able to make it so easy and seamless, the whole process, that they're like, yeah, fuck it, I'm just going to buy it, right? Like if it's super complicated going back 5 times, obviously people are going to be like, nope, not doing that. I'm going to buy from this guy, and your chance to convert them is over. Now, it's great advice. Then one thing, obviously, that is crucial throughout, you know, like the whole year when it comes to, like always when it comes to email marketing, but specifically during times like Friday, Cyber Monday. You already mentioned it a little bit, but I just want to come back to it. Keep an eye on your open rates. Like how is that important? What does that affect? And how do we know if, like, is there certain KPIs, certain numbers you want to see as in a percentage? Like how do we know when it's off?
Yeah, so I mean, like I said earlier, I think if you see your open rates slightly going down and your spam rate or unsubscribe rate going a little higher, don't worry, it's totally normal. It's Black Friday. Like we said, we're gonna send 3 emails per day. It's bound to happen. The idea is that you just try to keep it balanced. So every time you do see that your open rates are going slightly lower because maybe you sent to a big chunk of people and a bunch of them were unengaged, then maybe for the next email, consider sending to those who are a little bit more engaged. Ideally, you know, for the rest of the year, I would consider an open rate of 20% or more very helpful. I am very happy with 13-14%. Absolutely fine. And so the thing is, try not to go under 10% too often. If it happens because you're sending to a whole chunk of people of your list, and that's fine because you're sending to more than usual. But if it happens, if you see a trend in your open rates really going down, 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 even when you send to hot, you know, engaged segments, try to, you know, maybe reduce the people you're sending to, or just try to make it more plain text, try to avoid heavy links or heavy images, and see if you can fix it sooner rather than later, because you don't want to have to fix it the rest of the year, right? So as soon as you spot it, just go back to it, do a couple of tweaks, go with the flow. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So don't be too worried. This is normal. The results will look not that good, but the revenue will look a lot better. So it's okay. Yeah.
So you guys always come in with a roadmap, with a blueprint, like a plan for the whole thing, but then you still check in every single day to make sure that, you know, like even when something happens that you didn't foresee, open rates drop, stuff like that, you just go in, you tweak the campaigns a little bit, you send it to, like, the next email would go to a segment that is a little more engaged, you bring deliverability up again, and everyone's happy again. Is that kind of what it is?
That's correct, absolutely. And then, you know, once you see your open rates are high again, like towards 15, 17%, go back to increasing your list, go back to increasing your sentence, send to more people. So as soon as you see things are stabilizing, then you can go back to sending to more people. And then again, you try to balance it up, you know, but just don't send to the entire list every day, because that's really gonna, if you are working with Klaviyo, for example, they have these IP pools, so you might get into a not so good IP pool, and then you're bound to get always not so good open rates. So just keep an eye on it.
That makes sense. All right, sweet. Well, then next up is one of my favorite topics, is basically abusing these days and using them for more than just the day itself, but, you know, like keep promoting for days and days and days, even a week or weeks. So obviously Cyber Monday is going to be done on Monday. So what happens on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday? Like, how do you guys extend the sale? Do you guys do it?
Yeah. So same as, you know, starting the sale earlier, after Cyber Monday, don't feel like you're done. You have that entire window before Christmas. Usually during Christmas Day, people don't shop so much, but right before Christmas, you really want to hit them up and tell them, Hey, what about your Christmas presents? Okay, Black Friday was for yourself. Come on, you were just treating yourself. But what about your friends, your family? So try to extend your sale. Don't tell them right away. Obviously, it should be a surprise. If you're doing, maybe give deadlines to your promotion and let them know those deadlines, and then give them a surprise and say, hey, we really appreciate it. So here's a few days more to your shopping. One of the best ways to do it is saying, oh, maybe our website crashed or it's getting a little slow. So we know that some of the people weren't able to finish their order. So we decided to add a couple of days for those who maybe didn't see the email or felt like, they had some trouble trying to place their order. It might not be true, but this is marketing, making things more dramatic. So more interesting. So just go ahead and give them a few days more. Like we said earlier as well, really make basically take good advantage of shipping deadlines. That's going to be the best angle from the end of Cyber Monday until beginning of Christmas. That's literally what you want to push on. These people need their presents on time. And you can give them, maybe offering express shipping for free, or something that maybe normally you don't do, but that could be a really good offer to give for those who have to actually buy their presents and all that stuff.
Beautiful. So essentially, as soon as Q4 starts, and specifically Thanksgiving and Black Friday, Cyber Monday, you don't stop until Christmas is over, essentially.
No, but like we said before as well, remember to send nurturing content too, not just promotions. People want to read stuff. People want to really relate with your brand. They want to know different uses of your product, or what this product is good for, how it could, we always talk about this target market, but we never talk about what they want to be, who they actually want to be. We always talk about who they are. So think about their desires, what they want to be, what they want to achieve in life, and how this product could help them, and give them as much info as possible. And I think that will work really well.
Beautiful. All right, sweet. Well, then only one last question that I have for you. Obviously you worked on accounts for us. Like I've seen you do some amazing stuff with our brand. So let's talk about some deals. I mean, obviously in general, but now specifically for Black Friday, Cyber Monday. Is there specific deals, as in a specific percentage discount, or like get one, like buy two get one free type of things? Like, is there specific things that you see just work all the time that you would recommend people try?
So during Black Friday, anything goes. All stores are different, but the thing to keep in mind mainly is, like we said before, it has to be something that hasn't happened recently. If you just did a 30% off store-wide 2 weeks ago, don't give it to them again for Black Friday. Give them something interesting. Even if it still amounts to 30% off for your product, try to give variety. So try to do the buy one, get one free. Try to do a bundle. Ideally, free shipping. Like we said just a minute ago, free shipping on express delivery can work really well. Because people want their stuff on time now that they know that it might take a little bit longer. So free shipping always works. Everybody knows that. It makes you feel so much better about buying your products. Maybe do tiers if you want to have a little bit more variety for your audience, and not force them to place an order for a certain amount of money. You can have spend this amount and you get this percentage off, but if you spend more, you get this other percentage off. So all of that, give them basically the illusion of choice. Here are the 3 options we're giving you. You can pick. This is your Black Friday. You're treating yourself. But, in the end, that with your margins, it'll work just fine.
That's phenomenal.
Yeah, if you can have multiple discounts. So even if you want to do something store-wide, if you can stick in the free shipping as well, that would be great. So multiple things. And ideally, what we notice is that when you do give discounts that are like amount of monies rather than percentage, it works better. People like to see the number. People like to see, okay, $25 off. I know that that's exactly the amount of money that's going to stay in my card. It's not going to go away. Well, instead, when you're doing percentages, it can be a little bit tricky because they don't see it until the checkout. And then maybe they're thinking they're saving a lot of money. When they go on the checkout, they see they're saving only $5. And they're thinking, oh, okay, I don't know if I really want it anymore. So ideally, my biggest suggestion would be don't be boring with your offer. Try to do something different. Try to have obviously a much better discount than you normally give, because this is Black Friday. But also don't feel like you have to be stuck with one discount. Like you can totally have a different discount every day. You can just make a discount for each category. So each category will be a different percentage off, or each category, if you have something that you want to get rid of that maybe is expiring, or it doesn't sell so well, maybe have a higher discount on it. And try to hit the people who might be interested in it. So there is no like yes or no rule. It's really about what you've done with your account so far.
Right.
But the biggest thing to remember are try to do something that is different. Try to do something that looks like it would be really good value, and yeah, variety. Don't just give one option. Ideally, just give multiple discounts or promotions that the people could be interested in.
Beautiful. Look, Susanna, I think you gave us more than enough homework for the next 5 Black Fridays. Honestly, it's been amazing. I mean, obviously, we've been working together for quite some time, so we know that you guys do phenomenal work. But thank you so much for sharing all this. And for everyone watching this right now, please get in touch with Susanna. She's going to be tagged in the post as well. So please shoot her a message. If there's any questions that were not answered, or questions that I didn't even ask or bring up, please make sure you get in touch. You ask all your questions. Also, these slides, obviously I've seen it before this call, but they have a wonderful presentation with all these slides giving ideas, visual ideas and pointers of what you can do and how you can prepare. So if you guys don't reach out, fucking stupid, so do it. And with that being said, Susanna, thank you so much. It's been great.
Yeah, absolutely. It was such a pleasure. If you need more info, we also have a whole bunch of resources on our website, hustlemarketing.com. We have free blog posts. You can find a lot more info, more detail. I didn't want to make it too boring today, so if you want more details, you can find them also there. You can read your blog posts if you're a reader. But yeah, just hit me up, and I'll be very happy to help. So thank you so much for listening.
Thank you very much.